Hi everyone, I'm Karen and welcome back to my channel, Rather Be Reading. Today I thought I would do the New Year's Eve book tag. This tag was originally created by Red from the Little Red Reader. I will link her video in the down bar. So let's just jump straight into it. There's 7 questions and we'll just get straight in. Midnight, what book kept you up all night until you finished it in 2014? For this one, I have to go with Don't Stand So Close by Luana Lewis. This is actually a book that I just picked up on a whim at the library, but I really enjoyed it. It's actually a debut novel. It's about an agoraphobic woman named Stella, and there's this big snowstorm happening, and during the snowstorm, this young girl, like a teenage girl, shows up on her doorstep, and it just kind of goes from there. I don't want to say too much because I feel like this is the kind of book that is really best to go in not knowing much, but guys, this book only has 214 ratings on Goodreads, so it's definitely worth checking out. Question 2, Fireworks. What was your favorite book you read in 2014? This one would definitely have to be a tie between The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. This book had characters that were so beautifully written that I was so invested in what was happening to them. It was just beautiful. And the second book is The Mysterious Affair at Styles by Agatha Christie. This book was just so fun, so enjoyable. I enjoyed it so much. So I definitely have to have that one in there as a tie. Question 3, New Year's Kiss. What was your favorite book romance of 2014? For this one, for me, it would probably have to be Meg and Johnny from the Johnny Be Good and Baby Be Mine duology by Paige Toon. This book has kind of a love triangle, so you're kind of either shipping Meg and Johnny or Meg and Christian, and I was hardcore shipping Meg and Johnny. But at the same time, this book just had me screaming at the main character, like, what are you doing? Like, but it was so enjoyable, and I just really liked the love triangle aspect of this book. Question 4, Countdown. What is your most anticipated release of 2015? This one is actually kind of hard for me to answer because I'm so behind in my reading. I don't really have my finger on the pulse of what is coming out in 2015. There are actually 2 books coming out in January though that I'd like to read, which are Beautiful Redemption by Jamie Maguire. This is the next book in her Maddox Brothers series, and I've read the previous books as well as like the Beautiful Disaster, Walking Disaster book, so I definitely want to pick that one up. And I also would like to read what's it called? I Was Here by Gail Forman. I've read both of Gail Forman's duologies, If I Stay and Just One Day, and I enjoyed them both, so I would really like to pick that one up. It actually sounds really good. Question 5, resolutions. What genre do you want to read more of in 2015? Can I say all the genres? Although I do actually want to pick up a lot more classics in 2015, so I'll definitely have to go with classics, I think. Question 6, Old Lang Syne. What's a book you've read so many times it's practically a pastime? For this one, I actually have 2 answers, and both pretty obvious, but the first one is obviously the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I've read these books a million times. I read them growing up, and then I reread them kind of as the movies were coming out. I didn't read them for every movie, but I reread the entire series. I know at least for Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and both the Deathly Hallows movies, and I think I've read them twice maybe before, so I've probably read this series about 6 times. And the other one is another obvious one, and that is the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. Again, I'd read this entire series. I think I read it around the time that Twilight was coming out, but then I reread it again when New Moon came out, and I reread the entire series again when Eclipse came out, and I reread it again when both the Breaking Dawn movies come out. So I've read this series 5 times, and I just love rereading my favorite books, and I also really love rereading books when a movie adaptation is coming out. And if I reread one book, or I'm going to read, I have to read the entire series. I can't just read one book for a series. I can't. I'm a bit OCD like that. Question 7, Times Square Ball Drop. What book do you want to recommend everyone read in 2015? For this one, I'm actually going to have to go with Dreamland by Sarah Dessen. I know Sarah Dessen's a relatively popular YA author, but this is one of her really less popular known books, and I just don't think it gets enough love. This is my favorite of her books. I think it is brilliant. It's a lot darker than her other books, which I really enjoy. This one kind of deals with a teenage girl, and her older sister kind of runs away kind of at the start of the book, and it kind of deals with her and her dealing with that, and it's got like a much like darker, complicated kind of relationship in it, and I just really enjoyed it. I connected with this book so much in high school. I've reread it a bunch of times and I enjoy it so much every time I read it, and I really think everyone can take something away from this book. I just definitely think it's worth picking it up. Read this book, everyone. And that was my New Year's Eve book tag. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm having such a fun time making videos on here. And I just want to say to everyone, the 8 people who have subscribed to my channel already, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting me. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I look forward to chatting with you more and just discussing books and having a great time. So yeah, bye guys, and I hope to see you next time.